And we're live.
All right. Cheers. Welcome in, everybody, to After Dark Beers, the last episode. There'll be more on that at the end of the show.
Oh boy.
Welcome, anyways. This will be the last episode of After Dark Beers. So let me welcome in my panel that I have tonight. We have the last beer.
And Grace.
And Grace. Thomas Metal, 75.
Hello. Hello.
Miscellaneous Brew Reviews.
Cheers.
That guy's kind of cool.
Beer Man.
Cheers.
And myself, Bumpy Road. And welcome into the chat. We got Jammer Fan returns. Hello and welcome. Let me know if you have a dark beer, if you want to join up. I can drop you the link. Dio, you know where to find it if you need it. And well, let's go ahead and get started. We'll bring up Josh first so he can show us the dark beer he's bringing. After I find which one we're doing.
All right, here I am. Got a little bit bigger. There we go.
Things are not cooperating right now. Okay.
Thanks for having me, Bumpy, on your last After Dark Beers.
Yes.
Tonight I have from Stone Brewing out of California, Escondido, California, and Richmond, Virginia. I have a vintage 2014.
Oh, you're drinking the signed one?
Yeah, my buddy gave it to me for my birthday years ago. I don't know who it was signed by, but somebody signed it, whatever that signature is. But not too much really information on it because it's vintage. But 11%. I looked on their site, but they're giving it 10.8%, 65 IBUs, but this is 11. So yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna expect from it. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully I get some hiss. Oh, I got a little hiss on there, so that's a good sign. Been sitting for a while. Doesn't smell good, but give it a pour. Probably no head. There we go. Well, I can smell something from here. Jet black appearance, about less than a finger, like a mocha head on top. Nice bubbles up top. I don't know what that is. It smells like wood or sawdust or something. So
Yeah.
We'll see what 7 years does to this Russian Imperial Stout. So, cheers.
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 Thank you for being here.
I haven't had that one recently.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Let's get Eric in.
What's going on,
Good.
everybody?
It worked that time.
Thank you for having me, Bumpy. I think we talked about this beer on Wildcard Wednesday, but I bring it again. See what I think about it right now live today. The Mayflower Brewing Company. It's their Thanksgiving Ale, 2021. It's an English style old ale. They do it on toasted oak and with an array of barley and rye malts. Cool stuff. I don't know what the date. There is no date on the cans. I don't recall if there was one on the top of the 4-pack or not. We're going got a nice dark mahogany brown color. Nice. Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice combination. Ooh.
Very nice.
2014, yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Eric.
You got it.
Miscellaneous. There we go.
All right, cheers, everybody. I got another product from a company I've never had anything from. This is Zipline Brewing Company. They're out of Lincoln, Nebraska. This is simply called the Stout. Barrel aged. Comes in at 13.8. Scored a 4.1 on 4.17 on Untapped, and I went to their website because this bottle doesn't tell you anything at all what it's supposed to taste like. So it says it's supposed to have barrel aged with notes of cherry, char, and molasses. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Yeah, it comes. I don't know. That one's 11. I looked at another one on their website. They had a 14.2%. So I don't know. Yeah, John, you missed out. Sorry, bud.
Missed out.
Never again.
You missed out.
That's a very dark beer. Looks thin. Get any gains with the head? A little bit. About a one finger frothy. It's pretty rich colored cocoa. Definitely can't see through it. Smells like a barrel aged beer. Cheers.
Nice. Cheers, Miss Lance. All right.
Thank you.
Slowly drag Bearman over and drop.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Cheers. Thanks,
Bearman.
Bob. All right. So this one's from Lewitt Brewing Company out of Vancouver, Washington. It's a 2021 barrel aged. It's an imperial stout, American imperial, I think. War Tortoise. It's a 9.6%.
That's a cool can art.
Yeah, great can art. Definitely what got me to buy it. Guts, glory, grim, determination, appetite for destruction. A robust imperial stout with pronounced notes of roasted barley chocolate. Okay, let's open this. It doesn't have a date. But who cares? It's a slow pour.
Ooh.
Got a finger head, nice cocoa head. Dark chocolate, opaque. Hints of plums and stuff in this. A lot of dark fruits and chocolate. Very nice. Cool.
Nice. Cheers, Bearman.
Cheers.
All right. The brew that I am bringing tonight, this comes from Springdale Beer Company, which is Jack's Abbey Craft Lagers Brewery. It's their ale project or ale brewery, ale side of the brewing process. This one's called, it's 2019 Grain Reaper. It is a barrel-aged barley wine. Comes in at 10.6% ABV. Says that it is brewed with locally malted rye. Says, reap the rewards of our patience. A barley wine ale brewed with locally malted rye from our friends at Valley Malt in Hadley, Mass, and aged 7 months in ex-bourbon barrels. So, all right, let's go ahead, crack this one open. Move stuff out of the way. I should probably get sawdust in mine because it does have a couple of saws right there in the cap. So there might be some wood in this.
Ooh. Glug, 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 glug.
A barley wine or something.
Yeah. You never know with a barley wine exactly what color you're going to get. This one is kind of, I'd say it's amber-esque, lighter amber, deep copper. Yeah, the bubbles on it are a bit of an off shade of white, a little bit of a yellow kind of tinge to it. Kind of rocky-esque head. The bubbles are mostly medium and not very compact. might leave some lacing. I'm trying to see if I'm going to get any of the legs or whatnot. I might have to wait until it's got more room in the glass. But yeah, that's the brew.
Nice.
Can you see through it? A little bit. Kind of see my finger going up and down there. So, all right, let's go back full panel. And John's gonna be crap. Yeah, barley wine. Damn it.
Yeah, John, get with it.
All right, I think we
I
had.
mean, at least you got a beer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where are you at, John?
Eric.
Put you in the comments. Anyways, like I said, I had the 2014 Stone Russian Imperial Stout, 11%. I don't know the IBUs. I'm not sure what all went into it because there's not much explanation on Untapped or beer advocate or any of that kind of stuff. And I went on their website, but they're putting it at 10.8%. But anyways, so the head definitely a little bit of it kind of clinging a little bit. Going for the nose. Very malty, roasty. You can smell that bourbon. It kind of smells like baby formula, kind of.
What the?
It has like a weird,
Oh yeah,
a weird smell to it.
love it.
Seems kind of acidic or sour. No, not sounding good so far. So, there's I pick up a lot of the booze, but maltiness, maybe some like dark fruits a little bit, baby formula, baby powder, something.
Baby powder. Ooh.
It's a boom pour.
I don't know, but let's go in for a taste and see what this experiment pulls out. So cheers.
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 Now
Cheers.
we're to it.
Enjoy.
This girl's on the toilet. You can't really see the toilet paper's right underneath there. So I figured it was appropriate for Josh's remarks first.
Toilet pork.
That was boozy. Right up front, that booze smacks you in the face. It has a weird aftertaste. It's almost kind of sour. Very thin bodied, not very. I wouldn't even put it at medium. It's very thin bodied. Definitely get the alcohol. Yeah, I keep getting like baby formula or some sort of like baby powder or something. I don't know. Like,
Don't drink the baby powder. You get
I wouldn't suggest that.
yeah, you get
It's gonna be dry.
some type of cancer too.
Talcum powder. Ooh.
I guess a little bit of
Would pay
chocolate,
money
maybe
to
like
watch
a
your baby.
baker's chocolate, but like not. There's really not much going on in here. It's mostly all roasty toastiness, but with booze. They say you're supposed to get intensely aromatic notes of black currants, coffee, roastiness, and alcohol, and heavy on the palate. Definitely get the alcohol. Definitely get the roasty toastiness. You get a little bit of that. What's that liqueur that has like that licorice taste?
Jaeger.
What is it?
Jaeger?
Anise or an anise or something? What's
Oh,
that?
Star anise.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting out of it. I'm not really getting any
I'll go to place.
coffee, but coffee is the first thing to go in most of these. Like if you let things sit for a while and a little bit of chocolate, a lot of bourbon, a lot of alcohol.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
Ramon.
But it's not. I mean, I wish it was a little bit thicker than what it is. It's very thin-bodied. I don't drink too many Russian Imperial stouts, but the ones that I have drank, they're a little bit thicker. Yeah, I did wait too long, John.
Ooh.
Johnny
Boy.
Yeah.
There you go, people.
That's my problem. I have all these beers and I let them sit too long. But It's not bad. It's not
I don't
like
know. It's from Stone.
yeah, it's not drain pour material, but it just I don't know. I don't know what it was like when it was fresh, when I got it, or when I was gifted it. But yeah, I mean, it was stored in the right temperature, 55 degrees and all that stuff. So, but no cork or anything. I don't know if that really makes a difference. It's not a pop top, but you got to use a bottle opener. But I'm gonna keep drinking on it and see. Yeah, there's really not much going on in this. It's just to me, it's like a regular Russian Imperial Stout, with all that roastiness and no coffee, a little bit of chocolate, just a lot of booze at 11%. You think it'd be like this almost drinks like a 14, 15% beer. You wouldn't think it's
after it's aged for so long, you would have thought the booziness would have kind of melted.
Yeah, it's still pretty hot, but yeah, as you can see, the head is barely there at all.
That's something.
There's some alcohol legs.
You got some legs.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't drink enough Russian Imperial Stouts. I'm more used to the heavily adjunct, like pastry stouts and all that stuff. I'm used to that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna keep sipping on it and come up with a score on the next go around. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me.
Cool.
Thanks for being here.
All right.
Cheers.
Tough.
Pour the last contents of that in the glass. We got, here's the beer. Oh, here's moving. You know what? I'm trying to do that beer material and it ain't working with the darkness. Here we go. Do that some other day. This is a dark mahogany kind of red color. This is the 2021 edition of the Mayflower Brewing Company's Thanksgiving Ale, which the quick description on that is an English old-style ale brewed with rich array of barley and rye malts and aged on toasted American oak. This full-bodied brew, I should say, is perfect for America's hometown holiday. 6.5%, probably one of the lower offerings on the panel this evening, but that's all right. It does regenerate a nice head. It definitely does. Definitely does have some nice lacing to it. Definitely does. Carbonation wise, you cannot really see it, but on the palate, it definitely has a nice moderate carbonation. You can kind of see it a little bit right there. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Nose on this one is definitely vanilla, coconut, toasty, oaky, like new American oak barrels, not like a pre-used bourbon style or anything like that. Definitely there's a rye kind of a spice in there. Not really herbal, but it's a spicy kind of rye. Maybe a touch of cinnamon, but I would say more like a peppery rye. And something that's reminding me of, I'm gonna say molasses over brown sugar. So you know what that really is reminding me of? It's got all the richness to either like a rye whiskey or a bourbon without that corn like sweetness. So think of if you like those kind of notes and those kind of heavier malty expressions, the nose is doing it. So cheers. Let's take a drink.
Cheers.
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 That would be good bourbon and barrel aged or something. Let's see. Yeah, you get the rye spice immediately, then some vanilla and the toasty oak. I think that's where the vanilla comes from, the toasted oak. And then that coconut, once again, from that bourbon barrel, from that toasted oak barrel. You do get the spiciness towards the next part of the palate, that spicy kind of a rye zestiness to it. There is something that's like citrusy for a little bit. I don't know if that might be orange, possibly. It's definitely not grapefruit. It's more like on the orangey, almost like that orange chocolate side that I did not pick that up the last time I drank this, so that's kind of good. A little chocolatey there. And what else? Some toffee, some caramel, and it finishes on almost like sort of this lactic milk kind of side, if that makes any sense. If you ever had a stout that's had lactic sugars in it. It kind of finishes that way. Crisp. So yeah, it's moderately carbonated. It does finish somewhat clean. I do have a little bit of a sticky mouth palate and refreshing. I don't know. It's a little on the rich malty side to be refreshing, but it is easy drinking overall. So nice stuff. I would pair this with either. I guess this will go good with the dessert portion of your meal. This might be a little bit too rich with the actual turkey, but if you want to do that, I think it would go with darker turkey meat and the like a sausage stuffing.
Nice.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Right on.
Shit.
Well, nice,
This is not bad. Well, Zipline held up a tiny little head there. Surprised at how high ABV it is. Yeah, definitely some serious legs. Looks pretty good. This is from what I just read up. It's 50 IBUs, and this is kind of like back to the basics, kind of barrel aged stout. They're not really pulling any punches with this one, so yeah, I get leather, char barrel, booziness. There's an earthy herbal type of thing going with it. Almost like it's got like a almost tobacco kind of thing going on for it, man. Just like one of those, just smells like deep, rich malty beer. So yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Come on.
Cheers.
Wow, I'm surprised. For as thin as that poured, it's got a pretty good body to it. It's like medium high. I wouldn't say it's full bodied. Wow, that's a good beer. I'm surprised. I was kind of like, oh boy, where are we going?
Hell yeah.
It's a little lifty. Definitely getting chocolate. It's almost like it's baker's chocolate. Very slight sweetness to it. Nice roast. There's a lot of booze in this. It's almost like numbs the tongue.
Whoa.
I don't ever say that. Yeah, dark roasty, dark fruits, maybe raisins.
Chocolate covered raisins.
It's almost like a boozy, toffee kind of thing going as well. It's very good. I'm surprised. And like I said, no adjuncts. It's just like basic barrel aged beer from them. It's pretty good. Like I said, I've done that. I think I'm trying to get back into like the simpler styles of some of these, like step away from the adjunct heavy stuff. Just like get back into some of these basic beers, and then, well, not basic, but just like they don't have any, you know what I'm saying? No adjuncts. They don't put all the pastry shit in there and all the lactose and all that. Just simple barrel aged brew. Not bad.
Nice.
Not a bad one to go out with on this show. So, oh yeah, I would have brought something different if I would have known that. But
Yeah.
still a good beer.
I decided not too short of a time ago. I had some thinking on my ride home from
You
work.
renew the contract, people.
Yeah, me too.
Wow,
All right, so cool, man. I got a lot of the same flavors actually. Raisins, what I was picking up. Let's get into this. So I get like a chocolate. I get robust. I get chocolate. I get the barley, the roasted barley, stuff like that. I get all that robusty kind of feel. But I also get like a roasted banana, like more of like a cooked banana or something. It's strong. It's got raisin, banana. There you can smell the alcohol in it. It's got like a distinct smell to it, like that pointy kind of weird vibey alcohol thing. You're like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. It's got the sweet kind of. It's sweet. 9.6%, still pretty heavy, you know. So I expect to have something thick here. All right, let's get into it. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Cheers too.
Smooth and creamy mouthfeel. Body's nice and full medium. It's kind of buttery. Not like diacetyl or anything, just kind of like a buttery feel. It does have kind of a diacetyl, actually, a little bit of a butter popcorn thing. I think for the by way of the style though, what it's doing, I'm also getting tobacco leaf. I get tobacco leaf, like a fresh green tobacco leaf or something. No, more like nah, man, more like as if you were to like take the stuff out of the cigarette and chew on it, kind of like this weird like, yeah, kind of sharp and whew, like just it's got kind of a pointy, spicy hint of tobacco, chocolate, roasted barleys. It's quite complex. It's sticky, not too sticky, a little sticky on the lips. Dries off, kind of a longer finish. It has a little cherry in the finish. There's a little cherry now coming through. As it warms up in my hands here, it just kind of like well, as it's been out here, it's like 6:55 right now, probably 55-ish. But it's really gotten a lot more smells came out as I was smelling it, listening to you guys. Really one of those beers that just changes colors as it go, like a freaking chameleon, you know, based on the temperature and the stress level. But very good beer though. I've got my thoughts on this. Delicious, man. Like yeah, strong, man. Getting the alcohol starting to raise up. That's nice. I kind of needed it, man. I'll talk about it in the back end, but I
Like
kind of needed this. Cheers.
P.D. Pablo
Cheers.
said, "Raise up."
Cheers, man.
Yeah. Cheers and beers.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, very man.
Right on.
All right. So there's some alcohol legs on this beer. 10.6% ABV. The aroma's very woody and blurry.
Blurred lines.
Back. Yeah, so lots of wood. Some grain notes in there, a little bit of graininess. It's got a little bit of that kind of apple cider vibe going on. Not quite going vinegar. Slightly noticeable rye spice. This to me doesn't. I don't. Okay, I take it back. So this is aged in bourbon barrels. There's only one. I think it was a whiskey. I don't even think it was considered bourbon. It was Johnny Walker Green, Anelli. You had that one with me, and that to me had a green apple type of note to it. So I guess maybe that kind of apple cider type and wood note reminds me a little bit of Johnny Walker Green, but it doesn't smell like a lot of other bourbon barrel aged products I've had. I'm not really getting a vanilla note or anything like that. It does smell boozy. All right. Well, cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, man.
Good luck.
Godspeed, Jungling.
Yeah, it goes in on the palate, pretty much the same as the nostrils are picking up. Lots of woodiness to this one. I wasn't lying. So it's probably going to be wood in mine because there's saw blades. Tons of oak type flavors. There is that apple cider thing going for it. Grain, maltiness. Tail end, there is a little tiny spice, probably coming from the rye malt that's used. It's very, very delicate, though. It's not like some of the rye beers I've had, where it's like, whoo, eating like a nice rye bread or having a real good kind of almost black pepper experience with the amount of spice that comes out of the rye. This one's very delicate, a little bit noticeable, but it's kind of last note at the tail end. I do have an alcohol burn all over my tongue. It does drink a bit almost on the acidic side with the way that it feels going down my throat, but it's probably just the alcohol tone. Very drying to the palate, and that may also be due to the high alcohol content of 10.6. It's not a record breaker for sure, but yeah, it's kind of noticeable. And then it almost has that evaporation type feel on the palate, like if you do get a little of a whiskey or bourbon, it kind of has that feel of a lifty alcohol palate. Kind of a similar aftertaste too, I would say. I'm left with the notes that you don't really get out of a lot of malts and stuff like that, but more out of the age, something that was in a barrel, like the apple, things like that. So apple and oak and the lily burn. Yeah, I'll be thinking about give this one for a score. Yeah, we'll be back around to me. But yeah, let's go last beer. If you have any last thoughts, if you picked up any new notes, if your baby formula has now moved to like, I don't know, an after-school snack.
I think Stone did a collab with Similac. They did a Russian Imperial Similac barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout, but no, I mean, I'm trying to get into it, but I just can't.
Just have to chug it.
Booze is definitely there. Not a lot of sweetness. Tastes like a forest in a glass, like very woodsy and
like a gin.
A lot of dark fruits in there, like a licorice type aftertaste. I don't really get any coffee. Not even like a dark roast coffee. Maybe like a baker's chocolate.
Like Charlie Baker.
Yeah, I think they put Charlie Baker in. They did a collab with Charlie Baker and Similac. The baby formula, but
baby formula.
I don't know why I keep doing this to myself, but
you're experimenting, my man.
It's definitely an experiment. I mean, it's not terrible, like, it's just off-putting.
Sure.
Like, I think it probably would have tasted a lot.
Should have stayed in the bottom.
Yeah, and I think because doesn't have a cork. I think Paul said something about the cork. I think because it's like not a pop top, but, you still got to use a bottle opener. But I think maybe with the cork, it might have saved a little bit of that freshness, but maybe not. But I mean, it could taste like how it tasted day one. I just don't drink a lot of Russian Imperial stouts. I mean, I'm more of a heavily adjunct pastry type stout kind of person. So it's been a while since I had like a true Russian Imperial stout, but ABV's there. I wouldn't say, as they say, heavy on the palate. I guess heavy in the sense of the alcohol, but not on the the mouthfeel. Like, it's not a medium or full bodied Russian Imperial stout. The head dissipated very quickly. But yeah, score wise, I'll be fair with it. I'll give it an 80.
Damn.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair to me. To what it tastes like to me, I'll give it an 80.
Did you watch Stout Sunday? Because that was the score that John gave his stout that he had.
You know, I watched a little bit of Stout Sunday last night in bed, and then I fell asleep. But I did get to the end. But yeah, this isn't bad. I guess I'm glad I kind of opened up now, because who knows what it would be like a year or two from now if I waited longer. But
Oh, even better.
yeah, maybe I drank it too soon. 7 years old. Maybe I drank it too soon, but it's not bad for what it is. Like I said, it's been sitting for a while. Finally decided to crack it open. So 80 for the 2014 Stone Russian Imperial Stout. Although I don't know why they put Imperial Russian Stout. Maybe that's why it tastes different than a Russian Imperial Stout. This is an Imperial Russian Stout compared to a Russian Imperial Stout. But yeah, 80 for the Stone. Are we doing shout outs or anything like that, or
Yeah,
fun
go
facts, or
for it.
tell us what people don't know about you?
Yeah,
No.
tell us all the things that we don't know about you,
Billy Crocker.
Well, I had both.
and then
farms.
we'll all talk about what we think about you.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's like a roast.
It's an intervention, Josh. You didn't know?
Dark beers, roast.
Shit. Well, and we're live too. Wow.
Yeah.
We know that Mary doesn't like when
Dr.
you
Phil's in the
tuck
basement.
your ears underneath your hat and wear it.
Ooh, Dr. Phil. I got some questions for him if he's in the basement. Philly Crooker 87 on Instagram. Give me a follow if you so please. If you're on Instagram or social media. That's where I just take pictures of beers that I drink and do a little write up on it. I put hashtags unlike some people. But other than that, I just drink, simple beers for a simple type of guy, So
Yeah.
Pastry stuff. Simple.
thanks for having me, BuMpY. And
Well, you
thanks
also
for the chat.
like to post pictures of dogs that you want.
That's true, yeah. I do post pictures of dogs that I eventually
You're
want to
into
get.
cars.
But
You're into cars as well.
I am into cars, yeah. Music, I'm real big into music, all kinds of crazy music. Cars, dogs,
Yeah,
music.
man, it's like you're right in the mix.
Yeah, I got it all. I post funny beer-related, craft beer-related memes or stuff like that. What's current in the craft beer community? I try to.
Do you
keep up
like
with
Do you
all
like balloons?
that. Depends on what kind of balloon.
I just wanted like the motorboat balloons underneath you, since you're right lined up.
Yeah. I do enjoy a nice balloon, a pair of balloons. All natural, of course, but yeah.
Gemma.
Crooker 87. Follow me on there. Thanks, BuMpY, for having me. Cheers to the panel. Cheers to the chat. Everybody rocks, and happy Monday.
Cheers,
thanks,
Josh.
guys.
Thanks
Next week.
for being here.
Thanks for
I
having
just
me.
learned that the band Journey is going on tour with Billy Idol and Toto. That sounds pretty freaking amazing.
Billie Eilish.
Anyways, just thought I'd add a little fact to it.
That's
Damn,
weird.
I'm being looking forward to Toto. This is a good beer. I think I gave this a 95 recently, and I'm going to stick with that. It's got this, what is it? An English style old ale. It's got everything that you kind of can taste and appreciate out of bourbon. It has except for the corn sweetness, it has that nice rye spice, has the vanilla, has the coconut. It's got all that malty flavor and the barrel notes at a lower ABV package, which is nice sometimes. And again, it doesn't have the rye spice, it doesn't have the corn sweetness. It has a nice sticky kind of a full mouthfeel. So it's really good. I'd say the mouthfeel is probably about a medium towards the full side, but it is medium. It's pretty easy going for what it is. This isn't what I would choose if I was just thirsty or something like that. I think this will be good with desserts or even like a cigar or a pipe tobacco or something like that. So 95, I think this is really, really, really good. I would probably drink one or maybe two of them and want to move on to something else before. How they put this together is really nice from the Mayflower Brewing Company. Well, yeah, I didn't know that today was the last day for Multi Monday or Multi Monday. That already expired.
Yeah,
For,
that ended too.
But cheers to both of those programs. And if you guys want to do another program, we do the Wildcard Wednesday on my channel, Thomas Metal 75, the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. So show up 7:30 Eastern Standard Time with a beer, a wine, or a spirit. Let's have some fun, and then just don't be a douche. And we'll give you the link throughout the chat, so you can always come in when you feel free, when you want to. It's a open bar type situation. So cheers to that. Cheers, everybody. And we got a
Cheers.
lot, so we'll talk to you later.
Cheers. Oh, okay. All right. Cheers.
Thank
All
you
right.
for joining.
All right, then. Moving on.
The Patriots aren't playing tonight, right? No.
No.
Sorry, we're live. I could keep it going. Anyways, yeah, the Zipline or Zipline Brewing Company, the stout, barrel aged, 13.8. So it's finally starting to smooth out, and I forgot that I didn't hit on the finish or anything like that earlier. It's boozy as hell, and I don't say that they're usually real boozy. This one, it's there, and it ain't hiding. It's very, very booze prevalent. This can run it, I think, with some of those big heavy hitters. Just a little bit more body.
Isn't that always the case?
It's definitely medium bodied. I wouldn't call it, like I said earlier, I wouldn't call it full. Which isn't bad on a beer like this, because sometimes it is too heavy, very viscous and sticky. Not that this isn't. It's a lot more sweeter now. I am getting up some chocolate and vanilla notes. Definitely a dry finish. I mean, slight earthy bitterness, but not off-putting in any kind of way. This was really good. I was surprised because when I got this bottle, I bought it solely on the ABV alone. And I got this bottle and I looked at it and I said, wow, that's a plain looking beer. And it's good. Like I said, if this had a little bit more body, this would be in the world-class range for me. I'm going to stick this at a 96. This is fantastic. It's back to the basics. It's not pulling any punches. It's just a big barrel-aged stout, and they did a good job with it. Like I said, if the body was beefed up a little bit more, this would have hit probably 97 or 98. I would send this out in beer mail if I had more of it to get other people's opinions, because I think it's pretty damn good compared to all that adjuncty shit.
Don't be coming after me like that.
Yeah. Your turn now. I'm talking. Shut up.
I'll kill you.
Anyways, nah. It's all fun. We're just busting each other's balls. But I will kill him.
Yep. Right here, right on the
Yeah.
left after dark.
No, not on live. It's too messy. So Thursday nights, I'm doing a show called Thursday Night Beer Sessions. I'm going to do that again this week. Probably have 4 more products, maybe 3. Depends on the ABV of what I'm bringing. I learned that on the first show. So, yeah, that'll go live at 8 o'clock. BuMpY's making a move. I don't know what's up with that. He kept everybody in the dark like mushrooms. So, yeah, other than that, Food Friday with Alex is going to be anything with beans. That's going to be at 8 o'clock on his channel, not BuMpY's this week.
Back to Alex.
Other than that, you can go check out John and Ellie. Oh, no, shit. I got another show. Wednesday night, right after Wild Card, me and Michael Cormorant are going to be doing an examination of Black is Beautiful. He's got one, I got one. So I haven't done a review on this one on my channel, so we're going to do an examination of that. Should be interesting. What? Should be around 8:30, 8:45. Base it on whenever Eric's show ends. So, yeah, Stout Sundays with John and Ellie, 10:30. Hopefully, he'll be there again this week to run it. Had a pretty good panel this week on there. I was surprised. So, yeah, beer buddies, maybe sometime
Whenever.
in the future. Keep your ears peeled for that. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Last Multi Monday, man. Or
Last
not Multi Monday.
last
We had
after
last
dark
Multi Monday. Now it's last after dark beer.
Last beer.
Last beer. Fuck. Let's get it.
Yeah, it's a surprise. Yeah, man. This beer's like fucking kicking my ass. I can't drink it anymore. Like, it's too boozy. It's tastes like whiskey, and I don't like liquor at all. I can't drink it anymore. I gave it up a long time ago. So when I have it, it just makes me vomit, like feel in my mouth. So I do got the whiskey barrel thing going though. That definitely came through as it warmed up. So overall, like I had said, you know, the banana, just cherry finish, and just a lot of the roasted barleys, chocolates, stuff like that in between it with some raisin and tobacco leaf. Kind of actually started turning into more of like a fresh tobacco leaf or something actually in the end there. I don't know. It was so complex. It was so mixed up. So a good beer though. Overall though, I gave it a 90 out of 100 for me, and a 93 out of 100 for maybe the style. I guess I don't know. I guess I'll just stick with the 90 out of 100 on this one. I don't really know. It was really hard, so wasn't really impressed with that boozy thing. So some of you guys like that. I don't. It gets too much. Where you're like, hey.
This is fair bit right here.
I'm gonna give it to my wife, but or the dog. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna get cats.
Yeah. So, yeah. Tuesday will be open beer and cheese. So 8 o'clock Eastern, as normal. I've got an interesting cheese actually coming up. My wife pointed it out, and I went, it's really expensive though. Whoa! Like, don't go that far next time, yo. But no, I think it'll be worth it. But beer and cheese on that. Bring a beer and cheese of choice. And Wednesday, as planned, will be a stout. So bring a stout for that. Any kind of stout. It can even be I've got like a different stout. I'm not going to mention it, but anything, whatever you want to bring, just any kind of stout. It could be a dark regular stout like the ones you normally see, or a blonde stout, a white stout, whatever. I don't care what it is. So, so 6 o'clock Eastern for that, 3 o'clock for me. And man, just moving forward, man, with the brewery. That's all I can say. So for my stuff anyway, getting that caulking done, and get that inspection so I can move on and brew some beer for you guys. So cheers.
Nice.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Good to be on this for the last time. Damn, man.
Yeah.
Cheers.
All right. Well, I'm gonna jump right in. I'm just gonna give this Grain
BuMpy's
Reaper
retired,
Barrel-Aged
boy.
Barley
Yeah,
Wine
shit.
2019 from Springdale Beer Company. I'm gonna give it an 89. Not one of my favorite barley wines. I think that the barrel aging could have come through a bit better, and maybe some different. Definitely the rye. I think the rye needs to be boosted up, and the flavors and aromas in this, and then different malt flavors other than grain would have been good as well. At least there was oak. So yeah, an 89 out of 100. It's drinkable. It's going to do the part and eventually get you feeling happy. Yeah, that's that. I guess I'll before I lose too many viewers, so you guys know what's going on next week. I said that I was going to end After Dark Beers when I could figure out another show to do, and I figured out one to do. It's going to be, because I just want to do one live. I want one live a week. I don't want to do 2 different live streams a week. It becomes a bit too much, especially back to back. The new show is going to be called New Brew. The concept of it is to bring a beer. It can be any beer style. It can be your favorite style. You can bring the same style every single time, but make it a beer that you've never had before, ever. That means if you buy a 4-pack, don't drink the other 3 and then bring that one. Make sure that it's very fresh to you so you don't know what to expect out of it. New brew.
Awesome.
It's going to be just more of a laid back type show, too. More of a free for all. Just everybody can show their beer up front and, kind of do like we do here on After Dark Beers. Bring you up big so you can show your beer, and then we'll go full panel. But it's just going to be more of a start drinking your damn beers, and you want to start talking. Anybody can start talking. Free for all. Talk about the beer. Talk about what you're tasting if you'd like. Ask each other questions. I will throw out different questions throughout as well for everybody to answer on the panel. It's gonna be based off the beer and stuff why you chose the beer, stuff like that. Like, was it the can art? Why did you choose to bring this? Why was it interesting to you? Things like that, questions like that. But for a lot of it, it's just going to be a free for all. Talk, drink, bring something new.
Regular old beer sesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it won't be crazy. It's not going to be like yeah, it's not going to be like something that you should be embarrassed about talking about, anything like that. It's not like an open bar where we just do crazy off-air type topics. But yeah, we'll keep it towards beer, hopefully. But yeah, talk about whatever you want to while we're going. So kind of like an off-air, but
shit,
a little more focused. All right, so that's my plan. New brew starts up Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this channel, BuMpY Road Brewery. So hopefully you guys can make it, enjoy the show, and this opens up because that was one thing, if you know, from Multi Monday, I didn't want to like separate all the other beers. It's like I enjoy every single beer style there is, and it's like I don't want to just be like no more lagers because they're not dark enough.
White Claw.
Yeah.
Hell,
it can be a beer that it can be a beer that other people had, but if it's new, if it's brand new to you, if you never had it, even if thousands of other people have had it and they've talked about it, you've always wanted to try it, you got your hands on it, make it new. So that's it.
Cool.
I want to thank the panel for being on here tonight. Appreciate it. You guys were all surprised this was the last show. Like I said, I was thinking on the way home, and I was like, you know what?
Drink up, Jeff.
Don't tell me what to drink. Okay.
That's what came to mind. So,
Yeah.
Cheers to last beer, Josh. Hey.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.
Cheers to miscellaneous brew reviews.
It's like Similac.
Cheers to beer, man.
Cheers, guys. Cheers. All right.
Panel, thank you guys for all being here. Chat, thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed the show. Appreciate you guys also, showing up for any of these live streams that happen to be Multi Monday. Went through as many beer styles as we possibly could. Appreciate you all being there for that. Appreciate you being here for the After Dark Beers, which was basically just this show started up because most of us couldn't make it to John and Ellie's Stout Sunday. So we were like, damn it, I can join up later on, but I can't do that early in the morning. So that's why this show started up. But I didn't want to make it exactly another Stout Sunday either. So but thank you all. Have a great night. And hope to see you next Monday on the new show. Cheers.
Have a good time.